All right. Because because you're at Link's crib, dong. I mean, Link had houses before in other Zeldas, but this is straight up crib. You know what I mean? Like this shit is dope. He's got his own plot of land, and he's not dependent on his uncle. Yo, this is pimp. Thanks, pimp his crib. That's what's up. You call him Mr. Crib? Hell yeah. Uh, this is the way it was always supposed to be, done. Up in the Hyrule. Hell yeah. Is there anything like in the new Zelda that I don't like? That that I wish it was more like the old Zelda. Um, I don't know. I guess the only thing I could say would be really cool is if I don't know what does the old Zelda have that like the new Zelda doesn't have. It had um, I guess it had maybe it had weirder monsters. I don't know. It was just like the old Zeldas just seemed like they were just fucking a lot weirder. I mean, this is weird as fuck. I mean, this game is weird as shit. But yeah, I can't say that this game doesn't have weird monsters or weird areas. But in particular, um, the Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past has some pretty bizarre music and some strange ass monsters and shit and dungeons and stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe it, maybe it's kind of missing some really creepy dungeons like it used to have. Yeah, it used to have some pretty creepy ass dungeons. I guess that's what the old Zelda had that the new Zelda doesn't always nail. They've got the shrines. They've got you know, this is actually a lot like Mega Man Legends, like going into the underground or going into the caves and stuff. I mean, that's going into the caves is like Zelda, but going into the shrines is like kind of like an advanced version of Mega Man Legends, which is cool. But uh, where my crew go, dome? I could just work on my weapons until my posse came back. Get my posse. Yeah, get my posse. Does he have any fish in it? In his little Link's pond, or is it too shallow? No. Uh, oh, Link has his own well and shit too. His own shed, his own tomatoes. This boy. Yeah. Hey, Tuba. What's up, dude? Picking at the base. That was too lady. Yeah. Sometimes the neighbors they base out their shit. I know it's kind of weird, but like this is. I know this cliche isn't really true. So my cliche of old people. All right. So this is my cliche of people in their 60s and 70s. It's like kind of mellow and shit, and they just kind of relax and you know what I mean. Like when they're not working or something, they're just chilling and like. So that's but that's just like a stereotypical version of old people. These neighbors that we got that are like 68, 70, they're not mellow at all. They're like They're fucking play really loud music in movies all the fucking time. Like all the fucking time. I mean, I don't know if they're just going deaf or they want to relive their youth or something, but these people are fucking loud and obnoxious. So that breaks my old people stereotype that they. I knew that old people, if they're retired, stay up all night. That they stay up, you know, until like because they don't have to go to work anymore. Sometimes maybe that's not true increasingly these days, but back in the days when people had really good jobs and retirements, when they retired, they just on purpose they would stay up all night and sleep all day just because they could finally. And so yeah, but these neighbors are particularly loud and obnoxious with their shit, and it's pretty annoying because it's pretty constant. It's not like it stops, and sometimes they may even carry on with this loud music and this loud fucking movies until sometimes it could go even till 4 a.m. Sometimes. So these are some obnoxious fucking. So my whole like idea of like a 68-year-old lady or a 70-year-old man is not an old lady that comes out on her phone singing late at night, singing like Miley Cyrus songs. It's like my idea of an older lady, a grandma, is like not trying to be young and cool and trying to listen to the latest song or something. My idea is like, okay, grandma goes to bed, and like grandma isn't so fucking loud and fucking obnoxious. Yeah. So that's where my stereotypes were wrong because I mean, most of the older people, yeah, they are like that. Most of the neighbors, the older ladies are like really quiet. And I'm not saying when you're old you got to act like you're dead. I'm just saying that like I don't want I don't want to have neighbors that are older that are acting like they're 19 when they're like 70. So that's not good either. So, but tomorrow we are going to get loud for a change and not our obnoxious neighbors for a change. And we're going to celebrate 30 years of GoldenEye tomorrow. And yes, it's going to go down. So we're going to do a review and celebrate 30 years of GoldenEye. Okay. Yeah, I understand the baby boomers and older are at the crossroads. And this crossroads is, oh shit, I'm in my 60s. And the realization is, oh man, I'm never going to be young again. And the realization is setting in, like, oh man, but I really want to be young though. Is really the thing. So yeah. So why is there all this singing and dancing? Not just drinking and shit and smoking weed, but why is it all this dancing and singing? Um, is it because singing and dancing is fun? It's not just that. It's also because it's kind of like people having a funeral for their youth in a way. It's like the way I would deal with the funeral for my youth is I would have a party, right? So I would if I was having a funeral for becoming an old man and a funeral for my youth in what I would call in the word for it is not in theory, but in um, I'll think of the word in a minute. If I was having a pretend funeral for my youth, then I would do something all the way from my youth, right? Not necessarily the 30th anniversary of GoldenEye, which what? Okay, so the funeral for my youth would be a mock, a mock funeral. That's the word I was looking for. An imitation, a fake funeral. So if I was getting older and I was like, oh shit, I'm getting older, but I want to have a mock funeral for my youth and something from the past, then I would, let's say I was a lot older than now. Let's say it's 20 years later and I'm 65. Okay, I want to have a mock funeral for my youth. Okay, so yeah, maybe I put in GoldenEye. Maybe I play GoldenEye. I play Nintendo 64. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I play this. Who knows? Definitely, probably some Mario Karting for sure. Uh, Play some 1990s, 2000s music. Maybe I buy a Nintendo Wii and relive the memories on the Nintendo Wii. And maybe there's some people that are my age that have a Nintendo Wii, uh, party, and we get together and we get the Nintendo Wii hooked up and we start playing Nintendo Wii Sports Resort or something. Yeah, just for old time's sake. Break out the beer. Maybe there's probably alcohol involved. Yeah, sure. Reliving the glory days, like your uncle's like retired, and but he's like but he's like 79 years old, and he's on Social Security, you know, and he's like, man, I want to have some fun tonight, And he's like, man, when I was young, I used to go country western music dancing. And then one night, and then like his kids are like, but Dad, you're like 85. And he's like, I know, but I want to have some fun. Dang it. I don't care if I'm 79. or whatever. But the kids are like, I don't know, Dad, this doesn't sound like a good idea. But then he's like, yeah, but I want to do it, right? Because he's like, if I ain't dead, I can still move. Okay, I can still move my ass around. And then so he goes out and fucking hits the country music dance floor, and he's reliving the glory days in South Houston or whatever, or Austin, Texas, or wherever the case. He gets out there and he's having a few. He's not really allowed to drink that much, or the doctors told him not to, and but he's like, fuck it, I'm having a party. This is basically, I'm gonna put on the country western music. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna oogle some women. This is like the old days, man, the glory days. And so that's like the funeral for your youth, you know. And so I think a lot of people are having a funeral for their youth, and uh, now with the photographic eidetic memory, I'm always having a flashback, So for me, it's just like par for the course. I'm always like, man, I really love remembering things, not just the past, but ideas. So concepts, information. So for me, I can't help it. So I don't time travel necessarily to relive my youth. I remember things because I can't help it. So that's a little bit different. So that's why the reaction to college is so different, because when a friend from college is like, hey, guess what, man? Remember when we were like 19 at this college? And I'm like, yeah, dude, but I don't share your same enthusiasm though, because you know I know that we're like an extra 20 years closer to death. And so, no, I remember, of course, being 19 at the college. Yes, sir. But I'm not going to get excited about it. Like, oh, wow, we're at the college again. Like we were 18. I'm not going to get emotional in a positive direction. I'm more like, oh no, I remember this. Oh Lord. So to me, that's like a different reaction. Yeah. That was good. Did it blow off his armor though? Is oh it oh I don't know. It just kind of barely damaged it, huh? I don't have anything good. I don't have any good whacking stuff. Whacking. Ooh, yeah. I did feel sorry for that girl in high school. Her name was Catherine Whacker. I said, oh no, you might as well just call her Catherine Masturbation. Catherine Fap. Be like, oh shit, that poor girl. Catherine Whacker. Yeah. Of course, she was near me because my name was Wheeler. So we were in the W section or whatever. We were in the W section. I said, oh, Catherine Whacker. Well, at least her name wasn't Captain Cracker. I mean, Catherine Cracker. I mean, poor girl. No, what was even worse than Whacker when you work with that girl Alyssa Skank. I said, "You're poor girl. Your last name is fucking Skank." I can, oh my god. At least your name isn't Slut or well, I guess some Asian ones would be called Ho just naturally, but that's like a language translation thing, huh? Like, there's probably nobody in South Korea laughing at unless you're English at some dude called Dong, because there's a lot of guys called Dong over there. So we're looking for like the basher, the thrasher here. It's that it? Oh, I guess this will bash pretty good. Oh, did my posse kill him? Okay. The situation was taken care of by my ghost mech posse. Hell yeah. The sage posse, dog. Yeah. Rolling with the sage. Rolling with the sage posse. Yeah. Yeah. Dude has a. It's like I want a pine cone hat now. Now that I've seen like the monsters wear the pine cone hat, I'm like, I want a pine cone hat for Christmas. That would look dope. That'd be a lit fire, yo, or whatever the kids say today. Man, that would be a lit. That would be so fire lit. That would be so lit that I might even have to read in the lit. Got trees. We got ants up in here. They just ripped off Lord of the Rings. Like Shigeru Miyamoto and the developers of Legend of Zelda these days, they're like, oh, you have to put like the Lord of the Rings, yeah, like the put the ends in it. Yeah, put like Lord of the Rings in there. Oh yeah, that's good. Put the orcs in there. In next game we put the dwarves. Got that mech light. I always inspect my mechs for that nightlight, just in case. Right. 10 o'clock. O'clock. Let's see what's up. Oh, fascinating. Hmm. Oh no, that's okay. Oh, okay. We're going to the place of the monster forces. All right, get down. What? So tomorrow we have the GoldenEye party, 30th anniversary. Yes. And we're going to do the live karaoke of GoldenEye and probably the Tina Turner video as well. So, and the review of GoldenEye 30 years later. Yeah. So I think I've seen the movie enough times that I could do. I don't even have to watch it again. I think I want to say that. Yeah. I saw it originally in the theaters by myself. So no, it wasn't because like I couldn't have gotten any friends or family members to go see Goldeneye. It was just kind of like um sometimes it was just kind of like, hey, this big new movie's out, like, and I would just go by myself, or maybe there would be a big hit movie that my parents didn't really want to see. So I really don't think my stepdad was a really big James Bond fan. So and my mom was not a big James Bond fan, except for like, I mean, not like, oh my God, there's a new James Bond. Like most women don't say that. I'm saying most women don't say that. Not saying that there's no female James Bond fans. I'm just saying that, like, got your boy Nars, one of the first gay black men in Zelda. Let's give it up for your boy. Yo, I'm Aztec Man. Thank you for representing the Afro gays. Afro gays. Okay. Thanks for keeping the dream alive. Oh, that's your boy up there, huh? Shit. All right. But that ain't all we gonna do, brother. Oh, we're running out of well, we still have 2 rockets. All right, so this is how we're gonna catch up to the dragon. Here we go. Let's rock the city. All right, and then we need some maneuvering. And I needed to burp. All right. Dragon. We have a Dragon Quest. But that's a different game. Yeah. So sometimes there would be a movie, like I saw The Fugitive by myself. For some reason, I saw that movie by myself, and that was like a huge adult movie. That was like a big, massive hit. And for some reason, I didn't see that with my parents. Uh, yeah, a lot of times it was just like, oh man, I really want to see this movie, and then my parents were like, well, all right, here's the money, we'll drop you off. Like back when I was 12 or 13, 14, and or we got to do this errand, we got to do this other thing. So like, oh shit, this dude's a lot faster than my ass down. All right, let's check this out. Well, there's no fucking. All right, we can't beat him in altitude, but let's beat him in attitude. Oh yeah. You just want to say attitude, altitude? That was the whole plan. Okay. It's Dragon Quest. All right, so it's going down low. So we're gonna get high. All right. Going in like Keanu. Going in like Point Break style. Tell you when I'm ready, fool. Ow. Going on that dragon. Yeah, the next Zelda game, they'll say like, all right, we want you to put some hobbits in here. We put the hobbits. And there'll be a wizard called Gandalf. My boy. We here. Yeah. So a Chinese official said that they would behead the prime minister of Japan. So Japan said, we're going to fuck you up. So that was not, well, and the prime minister of Japan said, oh yeah, you're going to behead me? Well, I'm going to fuck you. We're going to kick your ass. I'm glad diplomatic relations are so cozy over there. All right. Shouldn't we think about what we're doing first? Well, that takes the fun out of life, though. All right, here we go. You will not escape me this time. What does Darth Vader say? He says, Darth Vader? What? Ow! Ah. Ah. Nature's claw. Was that worth it? Well, just to go, ah. Yeah, that was definitely worth it. Man. Oh, but we found my boy over here, so it's definitely okay. So we found a hidden boy, but doing random shit. Yeah. So maybe like in life, maybe are you rewarded for doing random shit in life? Yeah, if you're like a DJ or a painter or something. But yeah, but like this game definitely rewards people for doing random shit. Randy's Donuts. Yo, where the Stargate at, man? Kakariko Village. Yeah. We're going to the karaoke village tomorrow. Karaoke. Gonna get that golden eye singing going on. Yeah, when we gonna take a shower and clean up those ball sacks? Maybe I'll do it tonight because I gotta get. I don't have a tuxedo for the GoldenEye 30th anniversary, huh? Yo, where's my tux at, man? I don't have my. The family didn't get the memo about buying the vodka and the gin martini. Oh shit! I gotta send out the email. I gotta get on the computer phone and say, all right, remember, I need you to get the vodka, the gin. They don't have those like rent a tuxedo places anymore. Didn't they all go out of business like in the latest economic plague recession or whatever? Fuck. Yeah. No, at first those like formal wear Al's formal wear and bridal gear places at first they were going strong, and then I don't know what happened in the Great Recession, but then definitely by the plague, and then like less people getting married, it started to go out of business, and then they turned to what, fraud? Yeah. So if all the businesses are dying, and you're gonna go into debt or lose your business, the next viable option is to do fraud and steal. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Rip people off. I think that's what the uh, was that. It was Al's formal wear. It's still around. Okay. Oh, it was. Okay. Fort Worth, Texas, 1950. When did it go out of business? And oh, okay. Tip Tops Tux LLC shut down the business in August 2023. There it is. From 1950 to 2023. Al's formal wear. Oh, wow. Whoa. Yeah. Well, rest in peace, Al's formal wear. Hmm. Yeah, it was probably a combination. Like after the recession, maybe the wedding rental tuxedo business could survive, but then after the fucking plague recession, they were like, we're done. Yeah, and less people are getting married and having kids anymore, so that's done. Humanity's done. It's over. Uh, yeah, it was a profitable business while it lasted. While it lasted. There, we cook our heels well. Yep. Moses Hideaway Restaurant. Uh, got Moses Secret Restaurant. Yeah. Yeah. Don't you wish there was a cavern of like secret hot bitches cooking? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But in the fantasy land, there is. Ah. Yeah, I hope one day they make a Legend of Zelda movie partially shot in Galveston in the estuaries and marshlands of the Texas Gulf Coast. It's pretty cool looking. So, in the swamp in Bayou City. But hopefully they won't find too many dead bodies of prostitutes and missing girls in the killing fields. They're like filming a Legend of Zelda movie, like Link's like fighting a monster in the marsh, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh my God, there's human remains. That's that girl that's missing from the 1970s." Yeah, I think there used to be a lot more serial killers just because nobody had cell phones and instant communication and all that tracking and all that stuff. So a serial killer could go around collecting victims for a long time before the law enforcement could catch up. A guy like Ted Bundy would just go interstate in a car and just start killing women all over the place and then bashing their heads in and shit. The authorities were like, "What?" They had all these cases, but they're like didn't have the database infrastructure to put it together. Yeah, so what happened to that little girl, Melody Buzzard? Yeah. Well, they have a big family that's mostly Hispanic in California, uh, and in yes, they have relatives in Nebraska and Las Vegas, probably Utah too. She just basically tried to throw off the police, and then uh, she basically just tried to throw off police by driving to 4 states, and then she I guess she was going to lose custody of her daughter. I guess I haven't really heard about a boyfriend for Ashley Buzzard or the father, but she must have lost a custody battle or something, unless he's dead. And she has all those relatives and friends, so I bet the little girl's like in hiding. You know, if she's a wacko and she killed her own daughter, I really hope that's not the case, but more likely she went to a lot of trouble to hide her daughter and to wear disguises and go on this spy espionage escapade, this adventure. It seemed like probably killing somebody is probably the easiest thing to do, since people, like all life, is very fragile, so very weak. But someone getting away with murder, now that's a lot harder, to hide bodies, to hide people. Now that's the hard part these days, especially with surveillance cameras all over the place. Are you kidding? And there's tracking devices and information virtually in a network at people's fingertips, and a lot of the information is publicly available everywhere. It's not that privacy cannot exist in the sense that you can maintain a certain privacy. Anybody could, but in terms of a digital footprint, hiding that is not always so easy. So so I expect that they're gonna find Melody Buzzard alive, and she's gonna be with a relative or ex-boyfriend or something, friend of Ashley Buzzard, the mother, and she was just they were just hiding her for some whatever that reason is. But that's got to be traumatic and not very healthy for a child for different family units, mother or father, or different parts of the family vying for custody of a child. I think that's a very traumatic experience for a child. So I think that's horrible. Uh, Thankfully, I didn't receive any childhood trauma from that. So um, there might have been some custody scuttlebutt between my mother and father, but it never got so nasty that things got out of control, I don't think. Got your girl Aroba. Got a lovely aroma. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. Yeah, that was the greatest thing about creating a hamburger was that if you're making hamburgers in your kitchen and not on the grill, is that your house can smell like hamburgers for a little while, and it's a really nice aroma. You're like, man, I just made hamburgers, and my house smells like hamburgers. And you know what? That's great. I mean, I don't want my house to smell like hamburgers all the time, but every once in a while, that's nice. That uh, hamburger smell, just aromatically filling that the beef, yeah, just filling your house or loft or condo or apartment or whatnot, wherever you live at in the trailer. I don't know, for some people in the for those viewers living in the penthouse, you know what I'm talking about. You know, the fresh bergs and the illustrious aroma of the beef, the pungent air reverberating with beef all around you. For the meat to sizzle, to radiate your household. Yeah, exciting shit. Someone smokes weed in the distance. Hurry to the Cheech and Chong Tavern. Let's go to the Cheech and Bong Inn. Yeah, so in the next Zelda game, I do hope they have a proper tavern, and I want old, depressed, lonely old men clutching their beers in regret, please, like in some of the other Zeldas. Ah! Oh, say death. Oh wait. Ah. Hopefully it won't be a black die day. Mm. Black die day. Ooh. Did they get all the terrorists yet? Or are they all selling up somewhere? Amassing their weaponry for the day of retribution, like Elliot Rogers. Is it because some boys couldn't get some wang a dang poontang, or is this one for Allah's greatest hits? Well, hopefully nothing happens, but hopefully it's a smooth Thanksgiving and Black Friday aftermath. Black Friday. Are you feeling a conversion? Well, it kind of looks like a surfboard. It's just hanging out here all by its lonesome. And I was thinking about doing a bit of the engineering and making it a vehicular transport. I know everybody was. I know my Sage Mech team was thinking the same thing. Hey, baby, are you okay? Oh, I love you. I know sometimes you gotta get some ice cold water. Yeah, baby, it's all right. No, you got to come under bed. Yeah, that's your late plans. I know, baby. I'm sorry. I know you gotta get Wawa sometime. Get back on your bed. Love, man. Okay, let's return. All right, so the mech is Maniro. Because I know you knew what the name was called. All right, and so everyone should. Maniro. Yeah. It's time to soup up that left mech arm, and let's get ourselves. Yeah, let's hook it up. Everybody go surfing, surfing USA. How about this stuff? Watch. We're gonna do a steering unit. Kind of reminds me of my Toshiba days. All right, just kidding. Reminds me of those days at the Hyundai factory. Remember those days at GM? Oh yeah, those were the days, baby. All right, let's do. Yeah. Everybody go surf it. Make ourselves a little scooter here, huh? Make a scooter. You know, I'm the duder. Oh yeah. So did we do it? There's not much drag, huh? There's not much drag here. Donna, Donna, dude looks like a lady. It's the RuPaul's Drag Race. Left or right? Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Video game. Yeah, you only like pay attention to driving in real life because you could die, and that's the only reason people give a shit. Yeah. But video game driving, not as much. Though, if I was doing like a flight simulator test, I still wouldn't want to fuck it up, even if it was kind of like a video game, because that would be like training for real shit. Like, you don't want to train to be a pilot and like fuck up the simulator time or whatever. Well, this isn't real. Yeah, but it's still a test to do the real thing. Oh shit! You failed. Get out. All right. Need my bow. Need my bow like I need my hose. Aracuda. What'd you do? Oh, okay. Well, I think we kind of have a problem, brother. Ah, this guy's really accurate, huh? Accurate like Honda. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna help my friend out here. Hey, buddy. Here you go. Anybody else want a cheeseburger? Right. Well, you don't want to recess on. You want to recess on. Recess off. Hey, you knew that was coming. Oh shit. Where did I park at? Evil trees again. Evil trees. Saruman. No. There's my pimp ride. My G ride. Yeah. The ghetto tonic. No, it's the ghetto sonic. Don't make it sound cool. You heard of the ghetto sonic? Welcome to the team. Ooh. Wow, you knocked him off the entire cliff. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it'd be kind of a scary world if it was like you were like a superhero and you could knock somebody like 100 feet. You got hit without using a car or a missile or something. Got your boy Nimbus. Yeah. Oh yeah. This boy has everything. It's got the Helian rice, fresh milk, Hyrule bass, hearty salmon, spicy peppers. Yeah. It's almost like a yep. Roll on, my brother. Bringing the goods to the land of Hyrule. For now, I have a wizard to contend with. Is that what Gandalf says in the deleted scenes in was it The Return of the King? There's still a wizard to contend with. Or was that like was that Gimli? After it's been a long time since I've seen the extended thing. All right. Yeah. Well, then try one of these. Oh shit. My bow. My bow. Mm. Yeah. Clean the hairy balls, clean the hairy balls, clean the hairy balls, clean them tonight, y'all. Is it time for shower tonight? Shower? I don't know about that. That sounds crazy. Ooh. Stuff happened. Oh. My boy. Yes. 162 Korok seeds. I think we'll go ahead and cash them in about 200. When we up at 200. Yeah. Up at the 200. Yeah. Might try to roll up, get that 250. That 250. I go over that 300. 300. Yeah. You got fucked up growers everywhere. Oh. You got Freddy meets Sesame Street and shit. That would be a great idea. Psycho Sesame Street. Psycho Sesame. Ah. It's like tickle me. Tickle me, hell no. Hi kids. Sorry. Psycho Elmo. Get that Royale shit. Okay. Let me get my He-Man sword. I have the power of Grayskull. Yeah, they should make a video game like Zelda versus He-Man versus Lord of the Rings versus uh, Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know. He-Man, Lord of the Rings, Zelda. Thank God it's Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood music. I feel better already. They don't have a ride like this at Astroworld. Ah. What was the plan? So we'll have the GoldenEye 30th anniversary party. Yeah. We'll have it'll be the Golden High. Oh yeah, but there's no marijuana, but I'm saying. It'll be the golden beer. 30th anniversary party. Golden Bee. Yeah. No one won the lottery yet for the almost 1 billion. Will it go 1 billion for Friday? Dang. Golden Bee. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I'll sing GoldenEye, but then occasionally I'll be like I'll have a buzz and I'll say like Golden Bee, make it a little bit more entertaining. Oh, that's pretty entertaining. They blocked my Jeopardy solve video. They won't let me do Final Jeopardy solves. Say it's copyrighted. Well, it's like, why don't you let me have fun and do the Jeopardy solves? Yeah, they won't let me do Jeopardy solves. It took them a while to block it though. Sometimes they don't. They block it right away, and then sometimes they let it hang for like weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Yeah. The algorithm, I guess, doesn't catch that always. Like, I guess they're worried about I don't know, racist shit or something, sexist shit, or uh, I guess YouTube Google Alphabet is just mainly worried about stuff that's like not in the agenda. I guess whatever the globalist agenda is. Like the climate change scam, or like uh, around election time, whatever the case may be. Censorship. Yeah. So there's definitely topics and things that the algorithm wants to promote, and then there's things that it does not want to promote. And so, yeah, I mean, I understand the copyright thing, but it's just a little silly short thing that I was doing. It's not really harm to the ABC Disney Jeopardy show or anything. Oh well. Okay, I could just do the Final Jeopardy question and then just flash it away, or just do the audio and just keep the camera away, and then so while it's happening live on that day, then I could answer the question or try to answer the question, and then see if I can get it right. If it's a copyright issue, they just block the video, so it's not really that big of a deal because it's not like a copyright strike, but still. Okay. I think they won't block the video if I sing Goldeneye tomorrow. They would if I started playing the movie. So even though it's 30-year-old movie, they don't. So time limit for copyright is only I think it's from the creator. I think it's 50 years. So I don't have 50 years at a time to wait for something to go out of copyright protection. So just saying. Yeah. Unless we live for like 800 years like Chewbacca or Yoda. Yeah, I don't have 50 years to burn every time. Sadly. So I'll do the GoldenEye review, but I know I can't show any of the picture itself, basically. Oh, okay. They're blocking all the. Okay, so now they're just going on a big spree where they're blocking all the. They just the algorithm just went on a spree that was like blocking all the Jeopardy. Wow. So as Scott Adams would say, what's the new hoax for the 2026 midterms? So the Schumer shutdown didn't work. The Epstein email hoax is not working. Yeah, the latest hoax, they're just not working. So I wonder what they're going to try next. They don't have a Chinese plague to do again. They're running out of options, huh? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it'll be like a false flag terror attack or something. I hope it's not that to try to regain power for the Democrat Party, but who knows? As I said before, I'm sure that they would kill people to take back power. So just saying. Obviously, the Democrats created a shutdown, and Americans suffered, and they didn't give a fuck. So there we go. Where are we even at? Okay, let's get that dazzle fruit. Dazzle fruit is gonna move ya. Oh yeah. Uh, nice one. Clever. This is where I want to go. Okay. Uh, yeah. Oh shit. Sure. There it is. Right on course. They went on a Jeopardy rampage of blocking all their Jeopardy videos. That was funny. ABC Douchny, Dishonesty Media. Oh my god. Ah, Jeopardy. No, I mean like Jeopardy has always been a like an institution onto itself, but I noticed that so much woke they keep adding woke shit into the questions. Yeah, just like a lot of other shit, this keeps getting woker and woker. It's not focusing on the facts or the material. They like to add like just woke shit, like and you know the Indian colored person did this and it's like they add extra details like they wouldn't have before. Like for instance, when they were saying that Washington crossed the Delaware, uh, dishonesty, ABC on Jeopardy, it was like they made it like a point to tell you that there was a Native American and a black woman on the boat with George Washington crossing the Delaware, and normally they would just say George Washington crossed the Delaware. They wouldn't go into detail that there were like there's this emphasis to tell people like, hey, there were black people and there were Native Americans, and it's like, it's not like anybody questions that there were. It's just there's this effort to like emphasize or to try to highlight that stuff, and yeah. So that's like a agenda driven history is like trying to insert people of color and that are non-white into the scenario into the historical scenario and like but not as like a matter of fact but like as a trying to emphasize some agenda but it's very like insidious, it's very sneaky though. Oh it's not like every fact and every question on Jeopardy is woke. It's just a little bit more woke than it's just well maybe it's a lot more woke than it was in the 1980s, but it's like way woke, like crazy woke. But I'm like Joe Friday when it comes to history. Just stick to the facts, man. Oh, don't just add shit. Okay. Oh yeah. What did Coach Red Pill used to call him before he died? Uh, Trying to get out of the Ukraine, I think. Trying to cross into the Polish border. I think he got killed by the SBU. But Coach Red Pill would call them the wokesters. Yeah, like he'd basically call them communist, socialists, or leftists, and same thing, wokesters. Bow. Good one. Okay, nice landing position. Yeah, I know I did my video where I was like, at first I questioned Coach Red Pill, Gonzalo Lira, Because a lot of the times you wouldn't see him go outside that much. He would just be in a room, doing his YouTube videos. And at first I thought, oh yeah, well, where's the evidence that he's in the Ukraine war? And a question like he was kind of a charlatan. And then, but you know what? After they said he was dead, you didn't hear from him again. So unless he's like swindled a whole bunch of money and he's just like laughing all the way to retirement or something. He's like, they actually fell for it that I died, and he's like on an island somewhere collecting, donations or some shit. Unless it was a scam, but. But I think officially on the record books, he's dead. Yeah. I guess he was killed and tortured by Ukrainian authorities. Now, that would not be the smartest thing to do, I think, if even if I were like a journalist who was like a cutting edge, hard hitting journalist, which I'm not. But even if I was, let's say, there was no way I would like go to China and say like, oh, this is a piece of shit government. Fuck the Chinese Communist Party. I mean, there'd be like no way I would ever do that. That'd be fucking. That'd be like a death. That'd be like a suicide. That would be like going to North Korea and be like, fuck the supreme leader, fuck Kim Jong Un, fuck y'all. You would get executed and they would torture you first. They would like starve you to death, and then they would fucking lobotomize you like they did Otto Warmbier or whatever. That's so crazy. The German guy was called Otto Warmbier. Like what the fuck? Well. Okay, so if they have Otto Warmbiers in Germany, or German Americans or whatever, does that mean they have Otto cold beers? Just a thought, though. Just a thought experiment, probably. Well, if they have warm beers, then they must have cold beers. Oh, they do have cold beers. Look, Stephen Colbert. Oh, they do have cold. Do have people called cold beer. Yep, I answered my own question. There's Stephen Colbert. Unless that's maybe he's not German at all. It's probably Colbert. He's probably French, right? Yeah, he seems like a Frenchman because he has a big nose and he's like a douchebag. Stephen Colbert. But I'm really looking for Bismarck Skank Beer. The Skank Beer. Bring me the Skank Beer. Hey, I have no time for ring race now. Oh, is that what it is? Okay, that's the puzzle. Ka-ching. Ka-ching. Oh, baby. Pickle boy. Yay. Okay, got to get to that 200. I'm not turning the game off until I get 200 Koroks. Huh? Just kidding. If I set that goal for myself, I'd play like you'd have to play probably for like 3 days straight or some shit. Hey, Sheila. All right. God bless and best of success. Tomorrow's the Golden Eye 30th anniversary of the film, but I'm going to play some Golden Eye on Nintendo 64, and sing Golden Eye and have some golden beer, and then I have of course my dog Tula, Shih Tzu, who has golden eyes, so we're going to have quite the Golden Eye celebration of the 30th anniversary tomorrow. So not too crazy, like go to the the cops or get arrested or something, but we're gonna have a great 30th anniversary of the GoldenEye movie. released 30 years ago tomorrow, November 13th, 1995. Peace.